Today we're going to talk about the EMI, step 9 of the sales process, right? So the salesperson has completed their process. They test drove. They walked through the dealership tour. They sat, they gathered the paperwork. They've come to the desk. We've asked them some great desk questions. We're about to pencil their deal form, and now we want to take an EMI. EMI simply stands for Early Manager Introduction. Now, guys, there's a lot of different EMIs, right? Today, we're going to talk about the closing EMI, the one that happens right before we desk numbers. But let me point out, there's a lot of different EMIs you can take. Sometimes the EMI will happen early in the deal. You can see a salesman struggling, so you go out and you kind of step in and help move the deal along. You go ahead and paint a picture and sell the rest of the process. You get the sales consultant and the buyer back on track, right? That'd be a very early EMI. Sometimes there's a trade appraisal EMI, right? The buyer comes in, all I want is number on my trade, and we go out and take that EMI, talk to our buyer about the trade, and hopefully find an in to get them back on the sales process, right? So there's a lot of different EMIs, and there's some other classes we have that will teach you about those and how to use those and how to get the benefit from those. But today, we want to focus really on the closing EMI. That's the EMI that happens right before our consultant presents numbers to the buyers, okay? Now, the goal of this EMI, when we go in there, obviously, we're trying to set the stage for what? A first pencil close, aren't we? So the EMI is intentional. It ain't just me going in there, but hey, how you doing? I am going in there with a purposeful intent to set the stage for a first pencil close, for a profitable sale, and to set the stage for a sale that both the buyer and our consultant are comfortable with, right? So I'm going to go in there and build value in our people. I'm going to build value in the dealership, and I'm going to build value in the car, right? That's how I set the stage. I'm also going to kind of test the commitment when I'm in there. Remember, this EMI we're talking about is intentional. It's a closing EMI. It has a purpose. We're not just going in to introduce ourselves. We're going in there to set the stage for a profitable close, right? All right. Now, let me give you some benefits of the EMI. And let me first talk about many managers, when they get involved in a deal, is only after we've worked numbers, right? A lot of times, managers will pencil a deal. Salesman comes up, they give numbers, send the salesman back, send him back another time with counteroffer. And the only time the manager gets up and goes into the deal is when? When the customer's leaving and they're not buying, right? The problem with this, guys, is most of the gross has already been given away. The buyer and the consultant are both stressed. And the only closing tool you have now is what? Price, guys. This leads to lower sales percentages. This leads to lower grosses. And this leads to lower both customer satisfaction and employee satisfaction. I'm going in, our EMI is going in before we work numbers so that I can maximize my deal. I can ensure the sale, I can maximize the profit, and I can set the stage for this comfortable, transparent first pencil close that we're looking for. Guys, let me share with you the thinking behind the EMI process, why I believe it's so powerful and so important. First of all, let me tell you, sales managers are commissioned salespeople. I know when I worked as a manager for over 25 years, I was paid when we sold a car. If we didn't sell a car, I didn't make any, if much money at all, right? There might have been a small salary with some of the jobs, but in most cases, my pay came from what? The sale and the gross profit of the deal. And because I'm paid on that, I want, as a manager, to be intimately involved in that process, don't I? I want to make sure I do everything I can to ensure we make that sale and maximize the gross. The second thing is, all you managers, I know I was promoted strictly on the basis of my sales ability. Who else, right? Nobody said to me, boy, you're a good manager of people, we're going to make you a manager. No, they said, you're our top sales consultant, you're our top deal maker, you should be a manager so that you can have effect on more deals. So guys, remember this, our managers are our best salespeople in the house. Doesn't it make sense to get our managers to get you involved in as many deals as possible? Absolutely. Guys, and the third thing is this. Your sales consultant will appreciate and respect you for going in and getting involved in every single deal. See, you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're not telling people what to do. You're going out and doing it with them. Guys, this is critical for building excited, loyal, lifetime employees.